All right, let's dive into something that might just hit a little close to home for some of you. We're talking about the burden of the easy child. Just let that sink in for a second. Does that ring a bell for you? It's wild, right? This one little sentence gets at a hidden struggle that so often starts out as a compliment, but, well, it can lead to some really tough challenges later on in life. So what is that burden, and where on earth does it come from? That's exactly what we're going to unpack. We'll get into what it actually means to be the easy child, what's going on psychologically, and, maybe most importantly, how it shapes the adult you grow into.
Okay, so first things first. Let's get a handle on what we even mean by the easy child.
So here's the thing. It's not about a kid who just genuinely doesn't have any needs. No, it's about a child who figures out, for whatever reason, that life at home is just calmer, less stressful when they keep their needs to themselves. So they adapt. They basically become masters of self-reliance, and they often learn to do this at a super young age.
And you know what? This kind of behavior almost always gets praised. I mean, look at these phrases. So mature for their age, never causes any trouble, so self-sufficient. Every single one of these is meant to be a good thing, a compliment. But for the kid hearing them, each one is like another brick in the wall, reinforcing this idea that their worth comes from not needing anything. It subtly teaches them that having needs, well, that's a problem.
So, the big question is, how does all this praise turn into something so deep-seated, like a coping mechanism? Let's actually look at the process that happens inside.
Okay, this breaks it down perfectly. It all starts with observation. Kids are like little sponges, right? They're so perceptive, they can sense everything. Money stress, tension between parents, a parent who's sick. So step 2, they adapt. They make a decision, and it might not even be a fully conscious one, that says, I am not going to add to this. I won't be another problem. And then, and this is the real kicker, that choice gets internalized. It's not a choice anymore. It becomes their automatic go-to survival strategy. It's just who they are.
Okay, so fast forward. What happens when this kid grows up? Well, that pattern, that deeply ingrained way of being, it doesn't just disappear. Oh no, it evolves. It kind of hardens into this very specific and honestly pretty isolating type of adult.
And that outcome is what we call hyper-independence. And let's be clear, this is way more than just being capable or self-sufficient. This is a compulsive need to do everything by yourself. Think about it, turning down help on a huge project at work, or pushing your partner away when you're sick and they just want to take care of you. It's this deep, deep discomfort with being vulnerable. It's like you're allergic to asking for help.
This is such a perfect way to see the transformation. You've got the child's thought on one side, my needs are a burden to others, and that thought just morphs directly into the adult's core belief, I must handle everything myself. See that straight line? What started out as a survival skill in childhood has now become this heavy suit of armor, and it's an armor that keeps you from getting real connection and real support from others.
All right, so where does that leave us? What's the big takeaway here? It really comes down to reframing that whole easy child label.
And here it is, the heart of the matter. The burden isn't about being easy. It's about the constant, crushing pressure to never be difficult. If any of this is hitting home for you, that's the real weight you've been carrying. It's that feeling that your whole self, the messy parts, the complicated parts, the needy parts, just wasn't welcome. And man, that is a heavy, heavy thing to carry through life.
So I'll just leave you with this one final thought to chew on. For anyone out there who sees themselves in this story, just take a second and imagine. What could you accomplish? What kind of relief, what kind of growth could you find if you just allowed yourself to ask for help and to actually let it in? The answer to that question might just be the key to finally setting that burden down for good.